So now our diamonds are done, and it's time to trim them just a little bit so that everything will fit together really nicely. So here is my finished diamond, and I want to take my ruler and measure it. So you never want to do 2 diamonds and trim them down. You want to do 6 to 8 diamonds so that you can measure all of them and find a nice consistent measurement. So the idea is I just lay my ruler down on the flat side of the diamond and measure across, and then I'll do the same thing here. Now, even on my diamond, I got all the other ones that I did, most of them ended up 8 3/8 of an inch. This one is measuring 8 1/2. That's all right. I'm going to trim this one down to 8 1/2 inches. Now, oftentimes I'll take my ruler, especially on a block like this, because it's less than 8 1/2 inches and my ruler is 8 1/2 inches. Love that. I'll take it and line it up, my 45-degree angles, doing all my sides all the way around. But most people find that kind of tedious. So the easier way to do it is to get some freezer paper. So remember freezer paper, you buy it in the food aisle where the saran wrap is in the grocery store, and you cut it down to the size you want it. That way you only have to cut it once instead of trying to cut it 8 times on all your different diamonds. Then take it to your ironing board and center the freezer paper up on your diamond, and then press it right down. And you know that the freezer paper will stay in place, so I like to press the center first, then bring it to the tips. You know, the cool thing about Lone Stars also is that because there's all those bias edges, there's a lot of opportunity for easing in seams. So you're able to, you don't have to worry too much if when you lay that freezer paper down, if it doesn't lay down perfectly, that's all right, move it into place. It'll be okay because all these bias edges are very, very mobile. Now we're going to take our ruler and trim this down right to the edge of the freezer paper. Go all the way around all 4 sides. This technique is really easy because you only have to one time try to cut out a perfect 45-degree diamond to just the right size that you want. All right, now I have my diamond all trimmed down. Can peel off the freezer paper, use it 8 or 9 more times easily. All right. Now it's time to start looking at your diamonds and how they're going to all fit into your star design. Now remember when I designed this, I told you that I repeated the colors. I started with my red, went to my multicolor green, my yellow, and then my green, and I did that same combination to the other side. When I put these diamonds together, it is going to be the same colors in the middle as it is on the outside. So when I start looking at my stash and go to my quilt shop to decide what I'm going to put in my setting squares and triangles, I need to start looking for fabrics that are going to look nice with this combination. But what if you didn't do the repeater? What if you used different colors? So on this blue one, I have the purple in the middle, and this color combination goes to more blue on the end and then comes out to more of a green. Well, what about if the diamond center was the green and then I have the blue on the outside? Well, that means that I can maybe look for a light teal colored fabric to be in the setting squares and triangles. But don't go with your first thought. When you're looking for your stash, you're going to be taking these diamonds, tipping them around, going, oh, but I like this color in here better than this color in here, which is one of the reasons that I really like using more colors in my diamonds. This is a larger one I've been working on for some time. This diamond starts with the yellow. I do love yellow in the center of my diamonds. I probably need to figure out why. I have red going into the middle, and on the outside ends, I have going all the way to a purple. So when I lay these diamond segments down, I can lay it down red in the middle, and then I can pick fabrics that go nicely next to and contrast high with the purples, or I can switch it around and put it together this way with the purple in the middle, and then decide on something here. So now that I've got all these little diamonds done, now it's time for me to choose my setting triangles, choose whether I'm going to do applique in them or if I'm just going to pick a big floral fabric or a solid fabric so then I could quilt something cool in it. There's a lot of decisions to be made before we piece our setting squares and triangles, and we'll do that the next time we get together.